This the place to get your inspiration. Go and sit back and unwind, sipping on your coldest glass of wine. This the home of girl bosses and the warriors. Went from tragedy to triumph and it's glorious. Ain't no question if they ask, they got that fire. This the podcast that came to Aspire. Welcome to Aspire Podcast, home of the real talk, real people, real stories. Give it up one time for y'all hosts, Sujay.
I'm sorry, I'm still in dancing mood. This is Sujay. Jay.
Oh, I can hear you.
I'm over here talking without a mic. Welcome, guys. You know my crazy self. I was dancing all the way to the promo. Today we are live with my girl. She is no stranger to the show.
I'm back, y'all.
I'm gonna need you to introduce yourself for the strangers.
Hi, everybody. I am Devona Gaines, owner of Diva Cakes and bestie of Miss J over here. We're gonna have some real talk today. Yeah.
Why did you go sexy?
I'm sorry. What am I supposed to?
Diva Cakes.
Well, yes. You know that's
my favorite cakes.
I can't help
that
it.
That goes both ways.
So. Exactly. Touche.
Listen, we're going to get into it. Girl, what we want meant to know. Oh, I'm going to say this to you and the audience. This is not a man-bashing show, because I don't do that.
If you get in your feelings,
sucks for
sorry.
You, but we don't mean it. I'm not even talking about personal experience too much of this. I'm going very generic. That's fine. I'm going very, for the most part, generic. Maybe I might hit it with something that feeds the soul for myself, right. But whatever. But it's genuinely not to hate. I'm going to have a similar episode with a group of men. I'm working on that in the next couple weeks. So that way it's kind of like an even balance, because I'm not trying to hate. And the chat is open and I am... Oh, okay. So I'm being told that I don't ever do this. Before we start, we live here. Anyway,
that's better.
Much better, right? Yeah. I was a little weak. All right. I want to talk about my sponsorships. I do have packages. We do have packages. If you are interested, reach out to me, DM me, my website, it is aspiredpodcast.com. I never really push myself, so I'm trying. I'm really trying. But back to the originally scheduled program with Miss Diva. Okay. Let's do this. All right.
So what's the first
I want
topic?
you to start. No.
It's a free form?
We free. Listen, I am not. There's nothing saved. I wanted this to be very authentic.
Okay.
Whatever really comes to your mind and heart. But please don't hate on all men. Not all men do this. But yes,
I love men, especially
I know
the
you do.
black men.
Yes.
Well, dang, what you trying to say? Yeah, this is not to bash men. This is for understanding.
Yeah. I want it to be
because
like we can understand and less miscommunication. That's really why I'm doing this.
Because that's where I feel like we are missing each other in this world. And it's not just relationship wise.
No,
it's just
friends, everything.
Conversation. People are afraid to have conversations. Everybody is, and I'm guilty. Texting, and then you got social media, and things are taken out of misconstrued and stuff. So,
and I hate social media for that.
Yes, because growing up, we didn't have this problem.
No,
we didn't have this problem.
You had to talk.
Exactly. So, this is for clarity and understanding.
Truly.
And questions that men are afraid to necessarily ask a female.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want you to say your first. What do you wish men knew? What do you wish men knew?
I wish men was not afraid of female reactions to whatever they have perceived in their head as being something negative.
Elaborate, because
I'm even like, because you hear all the time where men's like, I didn't tell you because I didn't want to hurt your feelings, or I didn't know how you were going to react, right?
I get that. Okay. Yeah.
So why is that? And
if you're on the chat and you're a man, maybe answer that question.
And even if you have a history with this person and they overreact to everything, I get that.
So then,
if they have a pattern of that, but if you're first meeting somebody and you are in the talking phase or whatever, and it doesn't work out and you are not feeling it anymore, why don't you have that conversation as to why? Because you're afraid of hurting her feelings, which is valid, but you're hurting her feelings anyway, so why not just have the conversation? So
you think it's kind of like a ghosting situation, or not quite?
That can be included in it.
Okay.
Or if like say, I did something that I knew that you wouldn't like, and I didn't tell you for fear of your reaction or not having to deal with whatever reaction you will have.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
That is not fear of your reaction. That is fear of being held accountable. But I think men and women do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, again, this is not to say that women don't do things.
Because women...
but
that's for another show.
That's another show, okay? Both things can be true at the same time.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
But, and I'll give a personal example. You know who I'm talking about.
We gonna do this
was
live.
Afraid to have the conversation with me as to why he didn't think it would work out. And this was not even a ghosting thing. This was I'm not even going to tell you or have the conversation or say, you know what, I decided to go back with my ex type of thing. Why not have the conversation?
I agree with, well, you know me, I'm a talker by nature.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm on the show. But damn, I think men tend to just, it's not necessarily fearful of your reaction, is the feeling that they get, feeling shitty that they did something wrong to you. I genuinely don't think that, and I gotta give credit where credit's due. Sometimes men will be like, yo, my bad.
Again, this
right
is
off
not
the
all.
bat. Yeah. But at times, I don't think it's necessarily just that they're fearful of your reaction. It's that they're gonna feel like shit and they don't want to.
So they tell us that, and that's not true. So when they say, I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
It could be both.
That's true.
It's twofold, because if let's say for me, I feel like there's not a lot of crazy shitty men out there. What it is the miscommunication and the lack of accountability.
I agree.
So I truly believe there's beautiful men out there. There are.
Oh,
like, I know too
100%.
many to be like, no. There are. But I feel like in your instance, that person didn't want to feel like shit himself. He knew he was doing something terrible. It's like people know when they're doing something shitty.
Absolutely.
Like, come on, shit is shit. You know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Absolutely.
Shit is shit. But I feel like a lot of times it's really that they got to deal with the aftermath for themselves. Living with yourself, knowing that you did someone really wrong, has to be shit. Has to feel like crap.
Unless you're a narcissist.
Unless you just like, I mean, but we're talking about pretty normal people,
right?
You know, no sociopaths, no nothing
right.
like that. But I don't think that. And I'm gonna say about this person, we're not gonna say names on here because we're not doing that. But this specific person, I think, yes, cowardly, but I think it really stems from their own insecurities, their own mess ups, their own like, yo, I fucked up a whole again. I did it this time, and again this time. You know what I mean? At one point, if they have the conversation and face themselves, they're not sleeping at night. I would like to think that they have a conscience. So it's that.
Yeah,
it's
I agree with that.
I really feel like you don't have the sense of like, yo, I already feel like shit. Because this person already was in a bad place for himself. Yeah. So now I did something bad on top of that.
But, you know, and this is what I want men to know. Sometimes, I'm going to use myself. 9 times out of 10, what you have built up in your head as what my reaction would be is probably not even that.
Same.
It's nowhere close to what you think I would say. In his particular situation, go in peace. That's what you want to do. I wish you the best.
So with that being said, one of my things that I wish men knew is that a lot of times we need the conversation. Yes. I think, well, I can speak for myself. I would like to think a lot of women that I know are the same way, but we need the conversation. We need I don't want to call it closure because sometimes that
conversation is not going to lead to any. Sometimes doesn't lead to closure.
It's not, but it's like at least there's some kind of understanding. What were you thinking in this moment, and what I'm thinking in this moment?
And there could be some kind of a learning lesson from that. Maybe I wasn't.
That's
aware.
why I'm doing this damn show, so we all could learn.
Maybe I wasn't aware that was how you're feeling, and maybe I can, if this is ending, I can adjust myself.
And friendships, like I had a whole friend, like I'm going to tell the story, not in detail because we don't got enough time, right. But like I've always said this, I'm not a person, I don't believe in ghosting anyone. Right. If you've had a random person that keeps talking to themselves on IG, bye. But when it comes to like people that are in your life, friends, lovers, whatever you want to call it, I don't believe that they don't deserve at least, hey, I don't want to be your friend. I've even done that to people that are barely my friend. Yeah. If I don't feel like they're being genuine, we're not really friends. Let's stop this here. And I'll have the conversation. I feel like what men should know is that a conversation, however short, however deep, should be had. Because I feel like that's it's missing. Hard.
Not to say it's easy.
No, nothing of this is easy.
It's not easy to face your own shit.
And we all have to face it, though.
But if in public or otherwise, we have to, when we're in the room by ourselves.
How do you look in yourself in the mirror? If
exactly.
You're not,
on your shit. But some people are not physically or emotionally capable of doing that. And men, I wish, would look into themselves and actually be like, you know what? Especially if you cared about this person. In any form or fashion. If any form of fashion. This person deserves me to have the conversation. Now, it could be you don't feel like I deserve it. And in reality, you don't owe me that in some instances. In some instances. It's, if you're one weekend, ghosting, talking stages, you don't necessarily
I've never had that, so I don't even know.
You don't owe me that. It would be nice. But if we've had an established relationship or friendship even, all of that, or something. If you cared about me in any form or fashion, I would hope that you would give me the respect of having the conversation.
Yeah. So I had a pretty close, I would say, Melissa level, probably longer than Melissa, 30 plus years ish, friendship that kind of went that way. Like, tended to, and it's a guy, but it's not like that. You know me. I could have guy friends and never. But, would come back every once in a while and like, I'm very forgiving, and I know you know that, but there's a limit to my man, like, you know what I'm saying? And recently came back and like nothing, and old me probably would have like, come on, like, you need help, like, I got you, I understand you, you know me. But no, it was, I think as I got older, I was like, yo, I wouldn't do you like you do me. I would never. And I had the conversation, and it was kind of interesting. I still, crazy enough, I didn't think that we would be friends like that, but I still gave him the conversation because that's just what I wish someone would give me, right? Yeah. So I'm always going to do that, but nah, boy. Nah, stay over there.
Especially for my mental peace. If my mental peace does not need to...
I just think people cannot just pick and choose when I'm okay in their life, when I fit. And you can't set me down, pick me back up. No, we're not doing that. We're not. And we're getting older. Like, listen, life is so short. You could be gone tomorrow. So why waste it on that? I want consistent people in my life. Consistency. I want to mention that now that I mentioned it, right?
That's topic number 2.
I feel like, I don't know a lot of super inconsistent men, so I can't say that. But I feel like the ones who are inconsistent are always inconsistent. Whether it's, I have listen, my brother, I love you to death, but you're a little inconsistent with, you know what I'm saying?
But I feel like men would be consistent with the person who they want to be consistent with.
Like it's a choice?
Yes.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just like wrapping my head around that. Because that would mean I got hiccups.
If we were if the female that you are involved with was a priority, you're going to text them or, hey, you good. I had a situation where dude went ghost for 2 weeks. Oh, this and this is going on. Okay, cool. But how long does it take to communicate, hey, I'm going to be indisposed for whatever amount of time. It's not you. I got to handle this. Just letting you know, I'll get back with you when whatever is going on in my life is done. That takes 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So, again, if you were...
I got some words, but go.
No, but this is my personal opinion.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
And because I'm that way, right? If you don't really necessarily mean nothing to me, I don't necessarily gonna tell you, and I don't need to know all of your business. I don't need to know the details, but common courtesy, communication, consistency. Don't just pop in, and then 10 days later, hey, good morning, like
who? I removed your number. So I feel like I haven't had a lot of crazy inconsistent, like when it comes to dating, I don't have a lot to say there because I don't know, but when I have friendships or I've seen things or I've seen you guys dating and all of that, and it's like, damn, I don't want to be in that dating pool. You know what I mean? I'm not a big dater. For me, it's like I'm a very monogamous. Who I am with is who I want to be with, and you know what I'm saying? But I do feel like the inconsistency comes with insecurities too. Like, you gotta also, playing devil's advocate, I know is what I want men to know on this show, but it's also like you gotta know who you're getting in bed with, if that makes sense, right? Like,
but you can't know that up front, right? You gotta give them. Yeah. Well, you don't know that up front, so you're just getting to know this person, and
that first ghosting situation or like 10 days disappearing, that would have been my sign.
And that's been my shit, like my holding myself accountable with some of the situations I've been in. I'm the type of person, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Oh, this person lost
But that's just in general.
they
I
lost
do that.
a loved one. And, of course, I'm not necessarily going to be the first thing on their mind, or,
Yeah.
they had some tragic accident. I get that. But again,
I agree.
it's levels to it, of course, but you're inconsistent. Now I'm looking at you sideways when I
Okay.
don't.
All right.
When I don't get that from you. And old me would overlook that and then be surprised when that pattern continues. Now, I see a pattern here. My thing is to set that boundary. If that is your boundary, set the boundary. Like, I'm not dealing with this. And move on.
What's the one deal breaker that you've had for when it comes to that? I'm trying to be on here.
Ooh.
Just in case. Not just go, like, what would you say is like when it first happens, you're done?
In the consistency category?
In general.
Or
In general.
Well, a given is a lie. Like, if I catch you, because I pay attention, and I will call you out on your shit. Like, no, but last week you said this. Okay? So if I catch you in that, and you don't be like, yeah, my bad, da, 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 da. Or if you try to talk in circles around me, no. Because that's a trait. Now that's a trait. That is a personality trait, right?
I don't disagree. Yeah.
Because, nah.
Some people are just embellishers and you just know them to be
Girl,
that, right? Like, I hear some stories and I'm like, that
just be
that
like,
happened?
that ain't even true. Like why
that,
are you making that up?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. So, I want, what I want? I wish my people, like, knew is that we're not judging them.
No.
I'm not going into anything with pure judgment, right? Like, I'm letting things happen. Oh my God, I can't even go nowhere, even my own show. But like, I just let you like kind of speak, and I don't really judge. I'm not a judgmental person. You know me. I'm not a judgmental person at all. But stop thinking that I'm always like, oh my God, the car you drive or the house you live. I don't give a shit. I truly don't.
That's what I
mean?
want men to know. If we're dating and you're leading with money, you're leading with how much you make, what kind of car you got, all that stuff.
It's not impressive.
Number one, that means you ain't really got money, because what millionaire do you know
that's like
that walks around saying,
nobody.
I make
I mean,
150K,
some, but I could care less.
I make 150K, which ain't no money, but I make 150K a year. What millionaire do you know that does that?
I don't care about your money. Like,
because you're not paying my bills.
Yeah.
You're not
even if you were,
bills.
I don't care.
Right. You're not giving me no money, and I don't need you to, but I'm just saying, why are you bragging about it? And then you turn around and say, oh, you just after my money. Well, you led with that.
Those are people that are very insecure. I genuinely wish that if people just showed their insecurities from the very beginning, then we'll have less miscommunication. Like, men too. Like, we all have insecurities, right? But like, I don't like when people are like, oh, I don't care, I'm secure in myself, and then they're the jealous kind, or they're the like, oh, you shouldn't wear that. I haven't had this, so let me preface this. I have not had this, because but I've seen it a lot. I love a lot of my brothers. I say brothers because they're my people, but like, they do it, right? So it's like, you can't walk around with your head held high and internally you don't think you're the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that contradiction is going to bring problems. Like,
and it's going to be telling, because now I'm looking at you like, okay. And again, this is not 100% for everybody.
Please do not.
Please don't come at me talking about, that ain't me. Then if we're not talking about you, we're not talking about you, right? But in my personal experience in this horror of a dating world, I see these things consistently.
Do you think that, I'm going to ask the hard question, do you think that you're looking in the wrong places, or looking for things where they don't fit?
I will say yes. Like I have, and more recently, I have reevaluated myself through self-reflection and therapy and all of that, because the old diva would just take whatever this man provided me or presented to me because I didn't think I could do any better, or I had to do everything that I had to do to keep this person around. So I'm going to cook for you. I'm going to do all this girlfriend stuff up front to get you to stay.
That made me sad for you. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was me. And so through my self-evolution, I do know that, no, I'm not chasing after you. And that's another thing I want men to know, that we're not the chasers. You all are the pursuers in the...
So,
you know...
I love you to death. I'm going to laugh because I don't always agree with that. Meaning, I agree to a certain extent. I do feel like I don't give a shit if nobody agrees with me. I feel like women and men should meet each other halfway.
Now, let me preface that with that. Okay, let me preface that with, okay, so if I'm giving you the clues, I am opening myself up to you. I am flirting with you. I'm giving you all the signals and stuff. You know,
I don't even
you know
know how
how
I get. I don't know how I give them, but you give them.
Correct.
Sure.
So if I'm doing that, and I am unlocking the door for you to come through it, I'm not going to then reach out and pull you in. You got to walk through it yourself.
I get that.
So that's what I mean by we are presenting ourselves. We are giving you that permission. We are giving you the signals. And in my case, I am literally telling you.
Oh, no, because you are blunt.
I am very, very
It can never
blunt.
be me, because the way you start to shake it and start to... I don't even know how to flirt. I'm terrible. I'm like shy about that stuff.
I will literally get in your face and say, what's up?
Yeah, you do.
You know, but if you, what else do I have to do?
Do you think that, and shit, I wish people talk to me. I wish people, so I feel like I wish men, if they weren't sure, asked. It's okay to ask. It's like, yo, like, I'm kind of feeling a vibe, or, you know what I mean? I've never been asked. People just kind of go in attack mode. You know how it is. But
it's not that difficult. It really,
and that's where communication comes to key. Cause like, right? Yeah.
And then make it more difficult than it really is.
Yeah.
We do not want to be in our masculine era. We do not want to be that.
I am. So I've always had to be strong from little, right?
There's a difference between being strong and masculine.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm at the point where I want softness and in general. Like, life is hard already. I just want to be able to be soft. But I do feel this is why I can't have what men should know, because I'm always like, but at the same time, we don't make it easy, right? Sometimes we don't make it easy. We do.
Again, we are very complex people, but I feel like men make it more complicated than it needs to be. Once you figure that out, and each woman is different. My complexities is different from yours.
Truly.
But once you, again, have the conversation, really get to know me, don't just ask me when my birthday is and the favorite color and all that BS initial conversation. If you really want to know me, get in there and ask me and talk to me about it.
That is why I feel like in order for me, I haven't really been in love much. I mean, literally twice. But like, for me, I think if I can't even see you in that way with the loving feeling, or if I don't have some kind of depth with you, right? For me, like, that's just me. So like, if you can't go deep, like, cause I tell people who I am from the beginning. I have these are my faults. Like, am I perfect? Freaking-lutely not. But like, I'm pretty much what you see is what you get. Am I a little bit more complex as you go along? Absolutely, because I should be, right? Right? As you get to know me. But if you can't put up with my depth from the beginning, because I don't hide that, I'm super goofy, or I'm trying to know your soul. Like, there's no in between with me, right?
Right.
Everybody who knows me knows that. So I feel like men should be more honest with themselves. And I'm learning, like, sometimes men shoot their shot with women. And this is, again, I haven't dealt with this, but shoot their shot with women that they really know they can't handle. Is that true?
And that I can't speak to, right? Mm-hmm. But if you do shoot your shot with someone who you may internally feel that is out of your league, and she then, I don't want to say rejects you, but I'm not interested, but thank you, that kind of thing. And she might have a bad attitude. I don't know.
I'm not even saying that, though.
But if you do come across that, again, she doesn't know you. She's not, don't take it personally, you know?
I'm saying this as you're already started dating. So it's like a lot of times men are like, wow, like, I don't know. I'm not a man, but they shoot their shot with someone, right? This is what they want out of a woman. This woman is on the whole other spectrum, right? But something about her is alluring. So they're going to still go for it knowing that this is what they want and she's over here. And then once they date, I've seen it personally, not in my life, like for me, but I've seen it. And then it's like, oh, like she is too deep. She's too funny. She's too, you know, that there's so many memes is like, oh, be who you are and let them choke. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's that they already knew who the hell she was. She presented as this. They want this, but I'm gonna still go for that and see where it lands. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I wish they knew what they wanted from the beginning, and if that person isn't really, you can't mold. Just like I don't feel like I want to change a man. I want them exactly who they are, for good or for bad. Right? It's on me to accept them for that. I think men need to learn that too.
I think they know what they want, and if they choose to go over here, they're disappointed. But the only person they can be disappointed in is themselves.
But that's not the case. I've seen it firsthand where I'm like, well, you knew you wanted vanilla, but you got chocolate.
And
like,
then
why
you mad the chocolate don't taste good. Chocolate is delicious, by the way. But anyway.
She said chocolate's delicious.
But anyway, but yes. I wish, okay, so let's pivot to something else. That, you know, all this is coming in from my head, right? I wish men would know that we want them to approach us. We want them, because
I don't want to be approached. That's a damn lie.
Okay, so if you are single and you see a woman,
I never want to be approached.
You know, if you know what I mean.
I know.
You know, if you're out,
an oddball, though.
Because that's the conversation, and we've had this with a previous, you know, male-female round table where men literally say they will not approach a woman. Again, I don't know if it's just Florida. I'm gonna find out if it's somewhere else.
When you go,
when I'm gone,
when you travel,
but I've had several conversations, you know, and you know, being out and a group of us to get together, men and women, you know, having a conversation, which was lovely, and they've all said they don't approach a woman for either they don't want to deal with her reaction, or they don't want to be accused of something that they're not really doing.
Oh,
or
we did have this conversation.
Remember? So again, put your pants on.
One leg at a time.
One leg at a time. Man the F up. And if you feel like you are attracted to someone that you see out in public or elsewhere, approach them, because that's what we want. We don't want to be the pursuers. And then when we are the pursuers, we get accused of being too masculine or too aggressive. So pick one. What do men want? I cannot wait to hear the male version of this conversation.
I can't wait to have it. It's happening in a couple weeks.
I would love to.
I'm not even going to announce when, but it's happening.
I would love to hear the male version of this conversation, because I've heard it over and over and over again where they will not approach. So what happens when you go out? The women are in the middle dancing with each other, having a good old time, and the men are standing on the wall with the drink in their hand, looking at ass all night and not saying anything.
To be fair, some ass is worth looking at. I don't know. I mean, no.
But you see my point.
I get it. I think because I'm such an organic, meet someone organically, get to know them, not necessarily out at the bar or you know me, I'm very
Yeah.
I'm probably the wrong
And me too,
person to have this conversation with, but so like them not approaching me at the bar, I'm super happy with, but I'm the odd man here.
But
like,
if we're out and we're
Yeah.
clearly in a singles environment, okay, you clearly and even if we're in a group, don't be afraid because we all know what time it is. Especially if the girls are in a group together, we all know what
she
time
said,
it is.
you know what time it is. I love
We're
it.
out to meet people,
Yeah.
to mingle, to have the conversation. Whatever happens organically happens. It just does not happen organically. I have a friend that is genuinely afraid to go up to a woman. Unless that woman approaches him and physically pulls him to the side
And
and
that ain't
say, I like you, he will not approach a woman. But he goes out every single event. He stands on there and just doesn't do anything.
Interesting.
And to
I
admit,
know
he
some of
has
your
his
people
own
that are weird.
and he
Your
has
people.
his own social anxiety situations, and that's an exception to it. But I'm just saying, people who don't have that social anxiety, the men just don't approach, and it frustrates the hell out of me because we, as women, want to be in our soft era. We want to be be pursued or to I truly don't understand.
I agree to pretty much. I do agree. I just wish that men knew maybe you give a little, you get a little. You know what I'm saying? It's reciprocation. We are reciprocators. I will agree with that. So
Yeah.
what we get, we give. I probably give way more than I get.
I will
sometimes, but,
literally sit or stand there in an event and stare this man down, giving him all the looks and the signals that they say they want. And mind you, if you're not attracted to me, cool.
Yeah.
I'm not saying every man that I give a look to needs to come up to me, but you're man up.
So I'm gonna switch gears a moment. I want men to know that your past is not a crutch. And what I mean by that is that, and I feel like obviously women do this too, but what you've been through in your past should not, and I say should because we all are different. We all go through different things. My past is crazy, but we should not bring that into your future. If you're really trying to have a better life, a better future, and this is not just dating, this is life, right? I don't know. But if you are trying to you cannot hold on to your past as a crutch. Like, oh my God, this happened to me, this woman this, or my brother this, my mama this. Like, I have, and I've been through therapy, but I also acknowledged it from young that what I went through should not determine what I'm going to go through or what I'm going to have. Tissue, please. I don't know why I'm getting a little emotional, but it really is, because it's like, I think for me, that has happened to me the most, is that I have paid for the mistakes of other people. And this is in friendships with men. This is in even family. This is dating. This is everything. That crutch of your past. Like, I can't fix what I didn't break, but I also refuse to. Thank you. No,
and
tissue,
we have
tissue.
to
No, throw that.
we have to know that we cannot fix them.
And
And
absolutely.
that's been my
I'm not
fault.
fixing anyone. I want to be there for you so that you can heal for yourself. I'm all for helping you heal because I want a better you.
Yeah.
Whether it's a family member, like, this isn't just dating. This is real shit. Like, I've been through this with friends. Like, oh, this girl did this to me, or yo, I had a shitty childhood, and so now I'm just a shitty person. Like, I'm so living proof that you can go through hell.
You know I am.
Yes. Well, our stories are crazy, but and that's for another show too. But like, you can go through damn hell. People can do the worst things to you. The one person that should have loved me the most never did. And I do not bring that into a friendship, a relationship, a partnership, or anything. Like, I really tried super hard because I know that no one is deserving of that kind of pain, right? So I want that. I want men, and I feel like men do this the most because in this world, they're not allowed to have feelings. They're not allowed to freaking get therapy. Oh, you're a bitch if you get. I'm just gonna say her straight. I'm not like not no holds barred today. Like So it's not fair to them that the world did this to them. But here, I can speak for myself. You're safe, and you can literally do all the crying, all the healing, all that. Like, I'll take you to therapy. I'll sit with you, hold your hand. I don't give a shit. But I will not, and I should not pay for the mistakes that other people did to you.
Yeah.
Like, and I want people, men especially, to know this. Like, I'm sure women do it all the time, but with men, because they haven't gotten the help, haven't done the work, then they're not even realizing they're doing it.
Yeah.
It took me to feel the pain of other people doing it to me younger. Obviously, I've been this way a long time, but it took a lot of work to get to this, me knowing this, that it takes work. But if someone really rides for you, they're gonna help you.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna make you feel like less. So I really want that to be said, because, like, girl,
trust that if you do find that safe space to have that vulnerability with a female,
that's the
hopefully
dopest shit.
That's dope as shit. And hopefully that one, don't automatically think that woman is going to use that as a weapon against you.
Yeah, but that's where healing comes in place, because you only think like that. I mean, have people weaponized? Listen, people weaponize things against me probably last month, like last week, Yeah. Because do I have a perfect life? No. I have an ex-partner. I have a lot. I do, right? But, like, the right person will hear you different in that sense, right? So,
and if that person's not the right person, then you act accordingly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel like this is just talking about in relationships, because I've paid for the mistakes of others in my friendship that was ghosted. This is all encompassing. All of that. Like, I think what men don't know is that if you're around the right people, the right women, none of that matters. Like, none of that really matters, right? You've been through that, cool. Like, how do we get you past that, And that's what I don't feel like men these days know. Like,
and
that's on us too. Yeah, we're shitty ass women.
And if you run into a person that is like that, do not victimize everybody, because that's that person. Another thing I want a man to know is just because the last female did that to you doesn't mean that I'm going to.
That's why. I mean, and if you think like that, then don't date until you're better. Yeah, correct, for sure. And that's in general. Like, don't. I think that people want to date and want to move past certain situations. Wanting is great, but doing it is what.
Correct. That's why matters. After that situation, I didn't want to, because I needed to deal with myself first.
Yeah,
I would have been wrong if I went to go jump back into the dating scene, pissed at this person and what this person did to me, and 100% I would have been looking at the next person. Oh, you're going to do the same thing, because
And for a while I'm not. Listen, might be off topic, but for a while I was like, I hope she does it, because it's big. And I didn't. It's big for me. Because I've gone through it so much. That is big. Like, that's probably top tier for me. Like, top 3. Please don't do this shit to me, because I don't want to have to deal with it again. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, don't assume. Oh, because I will never assume all men are the same, because there's so many different ass men. But don't assume I'm in the category with all other women, because it's just not the case. Yeah. You know what I mean? And to know me and to really know me, you got to listen to me. You got to see how I interact. Like, you can't just read me. I'm not a book to be read. I really am not. Yeah. And I'm truly not, because you have to, like, live with me, like, in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I'm not an open book. At least I wasn't always, right? It took. I mean, I've known you for years, and you were like, "Bitch, let me in." Layers of that but shit. Once you're in, you're in, and once I let you in, that vulnerability is crazy. Yeah. So. And I don't do that with everyone. Listen. So I want men to know that if someone is that open, it's a trust. It's that, like, that really shouldn't be able to be broken, right? Because like I think and this is, I have bonds with friends, like I keep friends, right? I keep them for a very long time, and I have bonds with guy friends that like go deep. I mean, you're probably, tomorrow we're gonna do a little something and she's gonna meet some, but but really what I want men to know is that like if that woman opened up that door, it really is because you're safe there, you know, because other women won't think like that.
Correct.
They won't give a shit. They won't ask you these questions. They
and honey, if I
care.
don't give a shit, because you know me,
I'm not asking.
Once you in that category, I will literally forget you exist. I will run into you in the street.
I wish I was that good.
I will.
I mean, I get there, but I wish I was that
I'd be like, do I know you?
Mm-hmm.
I will literally forget you exist once you have crossed that with me.
I think I eventually get there, but it takes me longer because I don't just let everybody in. I don't just like, even friendships. I won't call you a friend if you're not my friend. You're not my friend. Like you're someone I know. Yeah. But friendship, and you know me to, you know this. Yeah. And once I say I'm done,
don't come circle the block.
And how many have circled the block and you're like, didn't she say she was done? You know what I mean?
Don't come circling this block, because your feelings gonna get hurt.
So what else do you wish men knew? What is something positive that you wish they knew? Because, you know, like these aren't, and I don't even feel like anything's been negative, but like, what's something that you wish they knew that's positive in their way?
That when we love you or care for you,
this freaking wine.
For me, when I love you and really care for you, I will literally do anything for you. I will encourage you. I'll be your support system. I will, you know, and wishing that they would allow a female to get to that. You know, once you allow a female to get to that, trust that if she's opening herself up to you in that way, because a lot of us, it's very hard to do because of past traumas and relationship issues and stuff like that. But if she gets to that point, allow her to do that, because we're just not always trying to get from you. I want to be able to give, but I have to
that's a really good point.
I want to be able to
what we want to give you, because we want to.
Mm-hmm. I want to have that man that I care about, that I will, you know what, baby, what you want for dinner tonight? Let me go ahead and cook something for you. Or if I see something in the store that I think that you would like, let me go get that for you. Oh, I'm going to treat you tonight. Let's go to wherever. Oh, yeah. You know, we want to be that. But number one, you got to let us, and you got to give us something to make us want to do that for you. And that, I feel like some men want that up front. Okay. And like it doesn't earn wife you have material. To earn girlfriend activities. Okay. You don't invite me to your house when I haven't even met you no.
Oh, I don't online.
You gotta, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta get to that point.
I get it. Yeah.
And you know, so yeah, give us the opportunity to do that. But you gotta, again, you're the man, right? You are the leader of this house. I'm not gonna drive 2 hours to see you when you haven't done anything. I'm not going to invite you over to my house to cook for you when you haven't even planned a date and we've been talking for weeks.
I agree with that. But it's hard. It's like the inner giver in me is like, damn, but like they don't necessarily. And okay, so let me say why I agree. Yes, like you gotta, it's kind of like, okay, he's enticing me. We're mental creatures and spiritual creatures for the most part, right? Mm-hmm. So if you feed me in that way, you don't have to give me, I don't need anything economically, right?
No, I'm not saying anything.
So I want to preface that. Yes,
I'm not saying
because
you
sometimes that's what it seems like.
$1,000 on the first date with me. Man. I am not saying that by any means.
I'm a freebie. Like, let me like, I'm one that I'm so happy with such a simple, like, a picnic here, or
let's go shoot pool. It's $20. Let's go shoot pool somewhere.
I'm even cheaper. Like, oh, you want to watch a movie? Great. Like, I'm so easy going with that stuff. Oh, I'll bring snacks and we'll watch the movie.
The effort.
Yeah.
It's the thought process. It's not anything monetarily. I don't care how much you spend. I'm not even going to ask you how much you spend. I don't care. But if you make the effort to say, hey, what's your schedule? I give you my schedule up front. This is when I'm free. If you need me to be free on a certain date, give me advance notice. I'll make it happen. What's up? So I'm opening the door. I'm letting you know that I am interested. I am
passionate
about it. I want to be able to be there. Let's do something. But I am done planning. And that's the leader in me. That is the person I am. I am a,
planner.
Know me. I'm a planner.
You're planning stuff.
Let's make it happen. I'm a to-do, like, let's go. What's next, right? So I'm softening myself up, letting you be the man, the leader that you claim that you want to be, the quote-unquote king. I'm king, you know, all that stuff, right?
This is sounding haterish, so let's reel it in.
I'm sorry. Woosah. Anyway.
I was like, where are you going?
No, but I'm just saying, if we are giving you that invitation, we are giving that to you. We are letting you know that we are interested. Walk through the door. It'll be okay. I'm not guaranteeing it'll work out, but walk through the door. It'll be fun. I'm a fun person.
For a good time. No, this is not that show. I wish men knew. So, gosh, sometimes we're sisters. We really are, but sometimes I'm so different, right? So, I do wish men knew that for me, I don't need all the hustle and bustle. Like, for me, just the kindest, smallest gesture is super okay. I'm so simple. Like, you remembered that I like this. You remembered that one of my favorite songs and you play it. Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's that stuff for me. I don't need a grand gesture, but I do appreciate, like, surprises. No one's ever surprised me in my life, like, that I, like, dated or, like, no man, I should say, has ever, like, actually genuinely, like, just shown up where I didn't expect them to, or, so I will say, like, as I've gotten older, like, those little kind, like, oh my gosh, like, I didn't expect you to be here, thank you, those mean more to me than I don't even care. Like, I do appreciate a person that plans a date, or I get, you know what I mean, because I'm not out in these streets, you know, like, so I don't really know where to go.
Like,
but
to your point, the gesture, like, if you see that I'm out of some baking supply, like I need fondant or something, and you see that I'm out, and you walk in with that husband, let's go up when we get married. Let's go upstairs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not difficult.
But we make it difficult sometimes.
I will.
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
I'm not.
That's
saying
another show. Next time.
I'm not saying we don't give you shit.
I do feel like I wish men knew that there's some women that are really willing to hold themselves accountable.
Yes.
And that,
and I'm including myself.
I saw this, and I'm gonna call out Dookie. I don't know if he's gonna be watching or, you know, but jaw-jacking. And he posted something that was like, I dare to find a woman on here that has apologized to a man just through her own goodwill. And I was like, I do that all the time. Yeah, I'm not afraid of accountability. I just want it too in my partner. Right? Yeah. So, like, you can't expect me. I'll always, listen, I'm not perfect. I will. An apology may not mean nothing to anyone, but to me, I feel like an apology is just acknowledgement. Listen, I heard you. I am sorry for either making you feel it's about your feelings, right? It's not necessarily that I agree with you fully on what you're telling me. It's that, shit, as a person, if I hurt you, I didn't want to hurt you, right? Or, you know, I messed up and I said something that was maybe I'm a passionate woman. Maybe in the heat of the passion, I said something that I really didn't mean and it hurt you. I'm sorry. I'm always okay with the apology for me to give it. But I think men should know that you can't expect something that you're not willing to give.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, that's just who I am. I know friends of mine, I love you and I know you're watching, and girl, you need to start apologizing. She knows, but just that it's, men deserve that too. Yeah. And men, it is okay to expect it, but also y'all got to give it too. For me, the apology just means you cared about my feelings.
Yeah.
Whether you agree with my...
And it has to be sincere. Don't just fluff me.
Oh, yeah. And you know. Like, that should be not said. That should be go without
but
saying,
some,
because it's like,
do.
You know.
Well, I guess if I made you feel that way, there's no if. I'm telling you. That's
and feelings are not factual. So if I made you hurt, whether I agree that I hurt you intentionally, that doesn't mean that me apologizing doesn't mean I knew I was hurting you intentionally, because I would never hurt someone I love intentionally. But you feel a type of way. I don't want you to feel a type of way, so here's my apology. Mm-hmm. I can count on less than one hand the men in my life who've apologized for things that they've done to me. So, and this is, now I'm saying this is personal, I wish men knew that if you expect an apology or you expect accountability, that you really should give it. Now, if you don't expect it and you don't give a shit, cool. Then whatever, you're not giving it, she's not giving it, cool. But like, it would be crazy for a man to think that they deserve an apology and y'all both did wrong, right? Mm-hmm. So, I would like the apology. Now, the change behavior, all that, we can get to that. But yes.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes,
you can apologize, but if your behavior is not changed, that negates your apology.
Nah, but I'm going to need that apology.
No, of course. But because now I'm going to watch your behaviors to see if they
of course.
change.
But that goes both ways, right? Mm-hmm. But I just feel like, for me, like, because people don't think that they hurt my feelings because I kind of, I'm good or whatever, or I still talk to you, or like, I still have feelings, right? This goes back to like a couple weeks ago when people were like, oh, what do you wish people knew about you? Is that, I hurt just like everyone else. Just because I freaking smile and keep going, my whole life I had to keep going.
Right.
And if you knew me well enough, you know that I'm hurting. So why not apologize? I'm not going to boohoo cry to no one for an apology. F that. It should come from the heart.
Yeah.
But, I wish if men expect it, and that is, which you should expect people to apologize or to garner your feelings.
Yeah. Everyone
should expect that. But if you're expecting it, then you have to be willing to give it.
And women are not afraid to.
Okay. Women are afraid.
Let me say.
You are not.
You. Okay, I'm gonna say me.
You.
I am not afraid to say I fucked up. Mm-hmm. Or I
fuck up all the time.
Like, with any relationship or situationship or whatever, I acknowledge, and I've done this to you, I've acknowledged where I went wrong or where I should have done something differently. Mm-hmm. Because that's part of the learning process. And
plus, we're human and we're allowed to make mistakes.
That's part of the learning process. And my ultimate goal in anything I do is to learn from it, to possibly do my best to not repeat it.
And that's
not to say that it doesn't happen, but that is my intention. Right? Exactly.
I wish men knew that to expect perfection is to be
disappointed.
I mean, not just disappointed, but like, I mean, how do I put this? I'm trying to make sense of what it. Yeah.
Do they really expect perfection?
I feel like not in the way you look all the time or in the way you present yourself, but in behavior. If that makes sense. I feel like some men, and I've seen it. I don't know that I've experienced it for myself personally, but or actually, I will say I've experienced that for myself in not necessarily I've not dated them, but like when people try to approach me in a dating situation. Please don't. Please leave me alone.
My DMs are open. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but I don't have DMs, please. But I say that to say, like, your perception or your thought of me or what you perceive to be, wherever pedestal I am at, I don't want that. So this is just a personal thing. It's just like, I wish men saw women, and myself, I guess, in general. I feel like I'm put on a pedestal. Oh, like, Suche is this person. And believe me when I say I have these flaws, because I feel like what you think of me, because you don't know the depths of me and what I am over here, right?
Right.
So I just want people to be realistic when they, men in general, I think, don't like the idea of a woman. Like them for exactly what you're really getting. Because I think that's a place where men get disappointed. Is that they have this idea of a woman. And women do it too, obviously. Like, I know tons of women. But, like, for me, I can only speak as a woman. Men do it. Is that unrealistic expectations are insane. Like, I am definitely not perfect, right? Or thinking, oh, this is a good one. Men, we don't need to be impressed. If you have a real decent woman who's grown, they do not want to be impressed by what you think is impressive, right? So
we are not impressed by your materialistic aspects.
I don't even get impressed. Like, okay, you should be a good human, so that's not impressive.
I'm impressed
good.
if you can hold my attention, if you can make me laugh, if you can have an intelligent conversation, if you are in touch with your emotions, to be able to have a conversation without getting into your feelings.
I'm not impressed by that. That should be normal. That should be basic ass shit.
Correct,
if I'm being honest.
But we are in 2025, and people are not in touch
impressed
with their feelings, and it's sad. It is sad because a lot of people are not able to do that, and I have not always been able to do that.
But are we? So this is my thing. Being impressed with things that should be the norm is what's wrong with the dating pool. You know what I'm saying?
I 100%. Bare minimum is not
impressive. You can hold a conversation.
Oh, you text me today. You asked me good morning 5 days.
You know
in
what's
a row.
beautiful? If you're genuinely just a good person, if your vibe doesn't change based on who you're with, that maybe it's not impressive to me, but I find it beautiful. Like, I find it like, wow, that's dope. Like, this person is who he says he is, or vice versa, whatever.
I'm literally surprised when a person is, and it's sad.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not surprised.
But I'm literally surprised when a person is who they say they are, or I'm surprised when a person does what they say they're gonna do. Why is that? I don't know, but that is from countless points of disappointment, and again, that's for me to deal with. But I'm literally like, oh, you actually showed up.
Nah, girl. No, that's not impressive.
It's not impressive at all, but it's like, yo,
listen,
that speaks volumes to me.
We're gonna start wrapping it up, but I want you to give just one, because we've been giving it to these men but just one thing that you have learned within yourself that you just want to share. Just something in the last year that you've been working on yourself. I know it. So what is something that you just want to share with the world as like, just a learning something, or just a word of wisdom?
I use this, and I have this on my wall.
You gonna make me cry? Because I'm not with it today.
No, I have this on my wall, and it says, and I heard this in I think Felicia Rashad said something like that. I love her. To carry light, because light is not heavy. Meaning that if you are exuding this, it is not hard to be kind. It is not hard to emote that to other people, because it's light. It does not weigh a lot. So I found that and then when I am necessarily done wrong, or someone hurts me, I don't retaliate.
As you should.
You know, and I get this from my mother, who's taught me this, because good things happen to good people. If you put that good energy out there, if you put that light out there, you're gonna get it back. It might not be from that person that person that you emoted to, but it's gonna come back to you in some form or fashion. So that's how I try to live my life.
I love it.
I don't like drama. I don't, I don't have a lot of. I genuinely can say, I don't know of anybody that does not like me. That's because I try to put that positive energy.
And if they don't, it's none of your
and
business,
if they don't,
right?
I don't care. They're not meant to be in my
yeah.
life. But I used to be that person that cared. But now, the people that I can genuinely say are in my life, that know me, that I surround myself with, give me that light back because I give it to them. Mm-hmm. So that's what I've learned in this, especially with surviving cancer and doing all that stuff, that positive outlook begets positive energy. So that's what I've learned.
I'll share one. I think it's similar. I guess maybe. I think this. I'll say I think it was my friend Lisa who told me this, and I was like 18 when I met her, and like, sure, girl, she, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know it all at that age, but she's still my friend to this day, and she's 22 years older than me. But she told me that pretty much be who you are, and the world will adjust, right? And I used to be like, oh, you're crazy. Nobody's going to... Because I've always known I'm a little... I'm a little off. I'm a little offbeat. No, I'm kidding. But she always used to tell me, and my younger self didn't really understand what she was saying. And it was just like, even if the world doesn't adjust, like we said, it's really none of your business. Like, you're not surrounding yourself with people that don't like you. You're going to surround yourself with people that get you, right?
Right.
So if they get you, then that's your world and they adjust it. You know what I'm saying? And so she always used to tell me, and I love her for this, still friends to this day, that never dull my shine, never be less than because someone can't accept
Do not shrink
that.
for anyone.
No. Mm-hmm. And I really haven't, but I think in the last few years, I've considered it, right? Mm-hmm. You consider it because you're like, well, am I too much? I don't think that there's such a thing as too much. I think for the right people, you're the right person,
if
right?
It's too much, that means that they're not. Yeah. It's too much for them. So that's fine.
And a friend of mine, Eileen, hey, baby, if you're watching, but she posted something yesterday, and it was just like, damn, because, be too loud, be too smart, be too much, right? Mm-hmm. But it's just really not too much. Yeah. So I think I'm learning that, especially in this last year, maybe 2 years, that I'm not supposed to be small. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm supposed to be the loud mouth.
And if anyone's supposed to be in your life, they're going to come up to meet you.
Yeah. And it's going to be embraced. Yeah. So I really have learned to just, I'm always going to be me. So I don't know how to be otherwise, but sometimes I would feel bad for being me. Especially younger, you know what I mean? We all have insecurities, but as I've gotten older, it's just, you take it or leave it. I don't even know how to not do this, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I'll be the deepest, most caring person out there, you know what I mean? So I think it's just being authentically you, no matter what. No matter who you lose or what you lose.
But once you get there, you don't want to.
I mean, and I think I've always had it.
Yeah.
I didn't think about the outside world too much until the outside world told me to shut the fuck up, really, right? Mm-hmm. And so what did I do? I got a microphone and I kept talking.
The microphone closer and speak louder. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so thank you, Devona. I love you. I appreciate you. I hope
we're going to party tomorrow.
Oh, my gosh.
Because my girl is in the 40 club.
Yes. And I have not really partied or anything.
So we're going to have fun tomorrow.
I appreciate whoever's watching, whoever's gonna watch, and I hope that you'll tune in when we'll do this with the guys.
Oh, I would definitely.
Listen,
I might
I'll
have
invite
to
you
come.
to come visit.
I might have to come and sit in.
But
on
I
this
can't
one.
hear no. Mm-hmm,
I'd be like, wait a minute.
We can't do that.
I'm gonna stay home.
I love you guys for watching. Listen, and go subscribe. YouTube, just click there. Go follow the podcast page, Aspired Podcasts. You can follow me. Just don't DM me no crazy nothing. I'm Aspired J. And where can they find you?
Ebony Diva. That's HEBNIDEVA. That's my personal page, and also Diva Cakes Sweets. That's DEVA Cakes with an S Sweets at IG. Hit me up.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.
I got a story. Real talk, real people, real conversation. Week to week, this the place to get your inspiration. Go and sit back and